Schedule for DUCSU election announced. Voting on September 9th. Draft voter list to be published tomorrow. Nomination distribution on August 12th. Next hearing of Abu Said murder case tomorrow. Trial of genocide to be in a state so that none can raise questions, says law advisor. No reform to function in case of failure to ensure security of people, says Fakhrul. Questions forced disappearance commission progress. Hello and welcome to the News 24 English Bulletin. This is Sarah Mehzabin. Those were headlines. Now details. The Dhaka University Central Student Union DUCSU election will be held on September 9. On the same day, elections for 18 residential hall councils will also take place. The election schedule was announced by Chief Returning Officer Professor Dr. Muhammad Jashimuddin at the Senate building. Draft voter list will be published on July 30, objections by August 8, final list on August 11, and candidate list on August 25. Voting runs from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. with results declared the same day. The International Crimes Tribunal has postponed the charge framing hearing in the Abu Said murder case against 30 accused until Wednesday. The court will next hear statements from state-appointed defense lawyers for absconding suspects. On Tuesday, 6 accused, including former proctor of Begum Rokia University Shariful Islam and ex-police ASI Amir Hussain, appeared in court seeking discharge. Prosecutors alleged a planned killing involving university officials, police and the Chhatro League. Law advisor Asif Nazrul stated that genocide trials will be conducted so thoroughly that no one can question them. Meanwhile, International Crimes Tribunal Chief Prosecutor Tajul Islam emphasized that the justice process cannot be stopped by bribery or intimidation. Both made these remarks on Tuesday at an event in the capital, affirming the commitment to fair and fearless genocide trials. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir called on the government to hold elections in February next year as agreed in the meeting with Tariq Rahman in London. Speaking at a memorial at the National Press Club, he rejected the PR system, saying people don't understand it, and urged elections be held by the traditional method. Fakhrul also criticized the interim government's failure to rehabilitate enforced disappearance victims' families. National Citizens Party convener Nahid Islam said even heroes of the 1969 movement are ignored if they don't support Awami League. Speaking at a street rally in Tangail on Tuesday, he claimed Maulana Abdul Hamid Khan Bhashani, a key figure of the movement, was sidelined from history for not joining Awami League. Earlier, he met families of student movement martyrs and later led a march toward Ghazipur. Professor Ali Riaz, co-chair of the Consensus Commission, said draft agreements on political consensus topics will be sent to parties within days. Speaking at the Foreign Service Academy on Tuesday, he announced the final July charter will be completed by July 31. Discussions included caretaker government, women's parliamentary representation, and appointment processes for Auditor General and Judiciary. The Commission will consolidate separate party proposals into a new unified plan. "28 victims of the Milestone School plane crash are in stable condition at the Burn Institute," said Director Dr. Nasiruddin on Tuesday. 5 are likely to be discharged within days, depending on their mental recovery. 10 may be released within a week. He confirmed patients will be monitored at home. Meanwhile, the Cabinet Division has formed a 9-member probe committee led by former Secretary AKM Zafarullah. Law enforcers are on alert nationwide over fears of unrest marking the July uprising anniversary. Special security measures, including vehicle searches, cyber patrols and intelligence surveillance, will run from July 29 to August 8. Despite a ban on its political activity, intelligence reports suggest Awami League members may plan violence. DMP units have been instructed to intensify monitoring and strengthen security across public and private institutions in the capital. Following the deadly plane crash, Milestone School's burned building is being handed over to authorities. Classes will resume Sunday, though over 30 students will never return. Parents and students said living with such grief feels like death. The school and the Air Force have arranged counseling for trauma recovery. As rebuilding begins, all hope that such a tragedy never strikes again in the garden where children once bloomed. Chinese Ambassador Yao Wen said forming a national government and holding elections are Bangladeshis' internal matters. Speaking at a DUCSU talk in Dhaka on Tuesday, he expressed China's belief that the interim government will ensure a fair, inclusive election. He stressed joint efforts with Bangladesh and Pakistan for regional prosperity. On Rohingya repatriation, he said return to Myanmar is the only solution, though current Rakhine conditions delay the process. A Bangladeshi delegation has traveled to the United States with a package including the purchase of 25 Boeing planes to reduce the trade deficit. The finance advisor expressed hope for positive outcomes from discussions between the two countries. After a meeting of the Government Procurement Advisory Council, he also stated that the government will no longer allocate land at symbolic prices and emphasized a stable supply of fertilizer and LNG. Before ending the bulletin, let's recap the headlines. Schedule for DUCSU election announced, voting on September 9th. Draft voter list to be published tomorrow, nomination distribution on August 12th. Next hearing of Abu Said murder case tomorrow, trial of genocide to be in a state so that none can raise questions, says law advisor. No reform to function in case of failure to ensure security of people, says Fakhrul. Questions forced disappearance commission progress. That's all from the newsroom today. Thank you for watching News 24. Stay with us.